I'm a coach that gets people their exes back, and I did a call with a client yesterday that got back with an ex after 40 years. 40 years. And yet I talk to people every single day that are scared to go no contact with their ex. Their ex is kind of taking them for granted. They're kind of pushing them off. But they want to still message them because they're scared that if they let go of the steering wheel, the car is going to crash. In other words, if they stop trying to control the situation, too much time is going to pass and they're just going to forget about them and then it's done. This dude went 40 years just pursuing his own life. They both pursued their own life for 40 years. And they still got back together later. There is no amount of time that can pass that can get rid of your chances with your ex. There's two big reasons why people don't get back together. The first thing is people don't know what to do and they don't realize it's possible. They sort of just succumb to fate, and then, they just forget or just sort of write off their chances because they don't know what to do or they don't realize they have a chance. And the other reason is people get into other relationships. Now, the funny thing about other relationships is that they don't last, especially if it's a rebound. They don't last, maybe more than a honeymoon phase. Sometimes relationships can last a long time. Did that girl have long relationships within the 40 years? Probably so, right? She could have had two 20-year relationships in the scope of that time. But the point is, you're going to reconnect with your ex in some little window before, before they find the next level of their life. If they had a rebound, it's going to fail. A certain amount of time later, you can reconnect and kind of get in there before maybe they go off and date from a healthy place and try to find a long-term partner. But you have to understand the timing of it and what to do when you're actually reconnecting. 40 years. I think that's the longest one I've heard so far. So again, you need to understand that no contact is going to help you. They're not going to forget about you. They're actually going to miss you. You're going to go into the realm of fantasy and memory and all these things that are going to help you once you talk again. But if you try to control the situation, you won't leave them alone, and they're already kind of pushing you off to the side. That is a recipe for absolute failure. And you can't ruin your chances for good. There's always another chance. But you're going to run that thing into the ground. You're going to have to wait longer and longer and longer. Then you're going to get discouraged. Then they might find somebody else, and you're going to have to wait that out. You got to do this thing the right way if you want to make this thing happen within a time frame that is convenient for both parties. If you want my help getting your ex back, click into the profile, click this link, set up a call, tell me your story. I'll give you a step-by-step plan to get your ex back.